So you think you can get me, huh? Nope, not today. Ice Fortress, isn't it cool? What's going on, guys and girls? My name is James, or ThnxCya, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight. And today we are going to be taking a look at the fantastic elemental weapons mod. So yeah, the idea of playing around with elements and stuff has always been really popular in the modding community, and I kind of enjoy them because it adds something a little bit different and a little bit sort of funky into the game. And this mod is no exception because it kind of revolves around these 5 very awesome weapons. Now, the cool thing about these is that a couple of them contain some pretty unique features, and I haven't seen these in any other mods, so that's going to be quite exciting to play around with these. But just before we do that, I'm going to show you how to make them, because there's actually another couple of cool things in here that I haven't seen before. So there's some really nice crafting recipes and bits and pieces. So how do we get started with the elemental weapons? Well, as I mentioned, there's 5 different weapons currently, and these revolve around these certain ores. So these are found underground, exactly the same as how you may expect. So we have the water element ore, we have the fire, we have the air, I guess that's kind of like wind, air, same thing. We have ice, and we have earth. Now these are found underground, and you're going to want to try and get quite a lot of these because you may or may need quite a lot of them, because the crafting recipes are kind of like in stages. So basically what happens is when you first mine these, then you will actually receive these 3 little blobby items here, which are called element, just called elements. So like ice element, fire element, these little blobs, etc. And then when you've got a crafting bench full of those, then you actually get these, which are the shards. Now the shards are used to create these blocks, and these blocks are really important because this is how you actually gain access to those elemental weapons. So how do we make these blocks? Well, each block contains a certain kind of characteristic from the element that you're trying to make. So for example here, if we go to the water element block, what we need to do is we need to have 4 of these shards, which we're going to have to make from the element little blobby things, a diamond in the middle, and then a piece of gold at the bottom. If we're going to make the fire one, we're going to need 4 fire shards again, but we're going to need 2 blaze rods, and we're going to need 1 magma cream. If we make the air one, we're going to have 4 shards again, a gas tier in the middle, and then 2 feathers. If we're going to make the ice one, exactly the same with a diamond and a piece of redstone at the bottom. And then finally, for the earth element block, we need 4 again, a diamond, a slime ball at the top, and a stick at the bottom. So you may see that they're actually in kind of like a weapon shape, but when you actually craft them, you get this weird block, and you're kind of thinking, what the blah? It makes sense, trust me. So what you're going to need to do in order to extract these is you plop the block down on the ground, and then you have to craft this item here, which is called the elemental wand. Now the model for this is pretty cool. I like it a lot. Check this out. It looks kind of like a, I don't know, I like it. For some reason I really like it. So let's actually change into survival mode here. Right, so how do we make this first? Let me just check. Bloop. There we go. So these are pretty straightforward to make. You just need a couple of extra shards. It doesn't actually matter which ones you use, so whichever ones you have spare, or whichever block you've had a little bit more of, you can just grab them, put a stick in the middle, and then you'll get your wand. And then when you're ready to extract your weapon, you actually right-click whichever block you want, and then your weapon will be produced. So yeah, just to kind of show you, bloop. There we go. You actually lose the block, so of course you can't like produce copy and copy of this. If you want another one of these weapons, then you're going to have to make another block. But wow, check that out. So this is the one here. I've actually got 2 of them, apparently, although it's stuck in the thing. These ones are actually spears, so you do get a lot of these, so don't be startled that I've just got 16 of them, because they're one-use items only. These ones are the air staff. What have we got here? We've got some ice ones, and then we actually have our earth ones. So it seems, although you can only pick up 1 at a time, they're actually more produced, which is a little bit weird. That may be some kind of little bug, but it doesn't change the fact that it's pretty cool nonetheless. So that's actually how you produce the weapons. I think that's pretty nifty, I've got to say. I really like that. And this is what the weapons look like, of course. So I do actually have all of the weapons on me here, so I guess I can go straight into it. Right, which one should we start with? Let's start with the water staff. Right, so the water staff basically, when right-clicked, will place water block on the floor. So it's kind of like a permanent bucket, but as well as that, it also adds a couple of buffs to you. So it will give you, I think it's 20-odd seconds of night vision, and it will give you 20-odd seconds of water breathing. So this is going to be a really nice one to have if you're going to go diving. This is going to be great when the 1.8 update comes, just to get down into those, what are they called? The ocean dungeon type things with all the guardians. So that's pretty cool. And as well as that, actually I need some willing volunteers. Where are you? Where are you, my stunt? Ah, there you are. Yes. So these also, as well as that, if you hit people with them, oh, it does 7 hearts of damage, which is pretty damn good. So they're really, really powerful as standalone items. They will take durability if you use them to hit, but I don't think they actually take durability if you're using the effect of them. So, you know, you can use them as a normal sword. They're kind of multi-purpose, so they do have the elemental style to them, and they do also have that sort of durability issue. But, as well as that, just in case I forget here, you can enchant them, which is pretty cool. So as you can see there, let me just give myself some XP. XP 5 million. 5,000, there we go. So if we pick that up again, we can actually use them in enchanting benches, so they're pretty much exactly the same as normal weapons, but they do have this elemental style to them. So you see, oh, Bane of Arthropods, for God's sake. All right, so anyway, moving on, we're going to save the flame ones for last, I think, because they're pretty cool. This is the air stuff, so when right-clicked, launches you into the air and boosts you forward. So this deals 7 hearts of damage once again when used as a physical weapon. However, if we click this, you can see it kind of gives us this really cool like hovering mode. So this is going to be really, really good from getting around A to B. I think this mod would work really nicely in a larger mod pack, something like Hexit, where the rules can kind of be a little bit more broken and you can actually use these fly abilities and that kind of thing. Unless you want to use it in survival, you can if you want to play it in vanilla, which is pretty cool anyway. But this gives you the power of flight, a little bit like Buzz Lightyear, but more pixely, which is pretty cool. Right, the next one is the ice one. Now, this is one of my personal favorites. Right, check this out. So, think about this. Right, hang on. I'm going to try and demonstrate this, actually. Let's grab ourselves a creeper. Okay, so hoping this is going to... Don't explode. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. No! Right, so as you can see, what's happening here is he's coming towards me. And let's say I've got nowhere to go. What I'm going to do is right-click on the floor. Boop. I actually spawned myself in to my own personal ice fortress. How cool is that? This is probably my favorite feature from the whole mod. But yeah, if you're struggling or if you're in a cave system and things are coming all over, you right click on the floor like that and boom, you actually sort of imprison yourself in this little ice fortress, which means that nothing can come and get you. So it's going to keep you safe from loads of mobs and stuff. Now, as well as this is actually a projectile style item, so you can throw this, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't actually know if it comes back or not. Shall we see? Yeah, it does. Okay, so you don't like lose durability from this, but you can keep throwing them. They're not too powerful, I don't think. Actually, why are you not dying? You're scaring me. Oh, okay, so when you throw it, it only actually applies a debuff and it doesn't do any damage from what it seems like. As you could just see there, what's happening is I wasn't damaging that creeper, but I was actually applying a buff to it. Not a buff, like a debuff. So it does say here that it's supposed to freeze, but for some reason it only really looks to me like it's... I guess is it moving? I guess that is a freeze buff. Yeah, so it will keep mobs in place so they won't be able to move, which means you can run and kill them. Goodbye, Ronald. So that's pretty cool. I think the ice one is probably my favourite one. So it does do that ice fortress thing, which I think is really, really nifty. I like that an awful lot. And it is a... Oh, God. Oh, it's too close to the light. I'm going to drown. Wait, let me get out of it. Yeah, don't do it too close to light. But yeah, as well as that, when you throw it, it does also cause a freeze, which will help you to deal with the mobs. So the next one here is the Earth Scepter. Now, when right-clicked on a block, it will create a 3x3 hole. So this is kind of like a utility mining tool to get from A to B relatively quickly. So what will happen is if we actually click on the ground, it will take out a 3x3 hole. So this is really, really useful for getting straight down into the bottom of the Earth, which is kind of cool. But as well as that, if you actually sort of don't fire it straight underneath you and you actually fire it out like that, it will plant a tree. So it's kind of like your handy little farming and mining tool all in one, and you can produce loads of trees. So I actually put the trees around here when I was setting up with this weapon because it was so easy to do. It kind of takes away that whole use for bone meal, but I think it's pretty nifty nonetheless. It won't actually grow your crops any faster or anything like that, but you know, that kind of thing. So as well as that also, because it is a projectile. Hang on a minute, I need some more volunteers, hang on. Come up here. There we go. If we actually fire it out... Oh, God. No, too close. There we go. It actually applies a poison. So, technically, what you could do is you could freeze it in place with that, and then you could poison it like that, and then if you really want to put out its misery, you can just finish it off. Wait, hang on. Oh, did you do any damage? Ah, so it seems... I didn't actually know this. You live, you learn. But it seems that this Earth Scepter doesn't actually do that much damage. It's more to do with the physical casting, and it's to do with the poison buff and that kind of thing. So if you want damage, use the ice one or use the water one, which both do 7 hearts of damage, but the air one as well. But the earth one doesn't actually do that much damage. It's kind of the same as a punch, but you do get the poison, and you do get the utility mining, and you do get the planting. So the final one here are the flaming spears, which of course are sort of, you know, items that will inevitably run out. So, as you may have seen, we've got this slime which has been eyeing us up for quite a while. So I quite fancy finishing him off. So yeah, let's give this a go. This is a right-clickable item, but when you actually fire it, it fires. Oh god, we've got some intruders. Finish him off. Finish him off. Wow, that's powerful. So this is a highly explosive and flaming projectile-style weapon, which is one use only, and then you get rid of it. But of course, remember, when you actually make this, you do get 16 of them, so that's pretty good. It does some serious damage, I've got to say, and explodes on impact, causes fire and stuff. So this is a pretty devastating one. This is going to be really, really powerful in any situation, really. It's not got an infinite kind of arc, so you do have to sort of aim up and try and get your arc right. Boom! But it is pretty damn fun, I've got to say. Let's get a few more volunteers going here. And they're dead. Whoa! 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 Heal! Actually, the water saved me. There we go. Wow. Okay, so this is the Elemental Weapons mod. As you can see, some really, really nice little features. It's not too overcomplicated. It's nice and simple to get started. The features are great. And yeah, a few of them do damage. A few of them have specialist abilities. A few of them have useful abilities. And overall, just a pretty nifty little mod. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like. If we could get over 1,000, I'd be incredibly grateful. Thank you so much for all your continued support in doing what I do. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, go for it. We do Minecraft Done Fun. Also, one more thing. Let me know which one is your favourite elemental weapon. If you could only choose one, which one would you choose? I would choose the ice one because I love the little ice fortresses. Let's just do one more for the fun of it. Ta-da! Really, really cool. But yeah, until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thanks. And see ya!